Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with the homie Uric. You know what I mean? He's here to talk to y'all, help me hang out and talk to y'all about my weekly reads. This week it's just I caught a few books. I'm gonna say about I read quite a few series this week. So we're down to talk to y'all about those. And then at the end of the video, I got a mini haul. Plus, I got another graded book to show y'all. I'm excited about it, man, because it's gonna go on the wall of comic books that I have already. But in the meantime, man, let's get to it, man. Weekly reads right here. Let's get it. First book I'm gonna tell y'all about is Kid Maroon. Kid Maroon is super dope, man. It's a cool book. I was able to actually get the trade paperback of the book. Man, because I couldn't find the single issues. So maybe the single issues, probably like a good 4 issues of the book. I can see that. The trade paperback is really cool though. This is a Vault book, by the way. You got to check that out, man. Kid Maroon is really dope. It's about this kid that lives in the city where all the crime is kind of like, well, the kid is a detective. Let's get that first of all. He's not like, it's not like Case Closed, the anime Case Closed, where an adult is turned into a kid and the kid is now solving crimes, but he's still adult in a kid body. It's not like that. No, this is a legit kid. He's like 9 years old and he's solving crimes in his own city, right? All the crime starts to dry up or become too easy for him to solve. So he moves to this city called Crimesville. Of course. What other kind of city would he move to? Where are the Crimeville is right there. You know, like Crime Mob. Is Crime Mob is there? Look if you buck. Anyway, look. So this kid takes his life, moves it to Crimeville where he's solving crimes only to realize the crimes are a lot more dangerous and harder on him. In the city, the police are starting to like somewhat harass him or really bug him because they're not letting him necessarily solve the crimes as much as they just harass him about being a kid. They don't want him to be involved in these things, but he's 9 years old and he's good at what he does, right? So eventually, Kid Maroon comes across a crime that's happening where the orphanage is burning down, and the officers that ran in there to save everybody that's in there won't go back in there because the building is like blazing up. It's all flames, just about to just scorched up. It's just terrible, right? And out of nowhere, a kid comes out of the window and is yelling for help. And Kid Maroon is like, "You got to go in there and get the kid." The police is like, "I'm not going in there." Kid Maroon's like, "All right, fuck it, I'm gonna go in." And he runs in there. He saves the kid. This guy said, Kid Maroon, he's like 9 years old. He comes out with the kid on his shoulder, and this kid that he saves out of this orphanage does not want to leave Kid Maroon alone at this point. He just tagging along with Kid Maroon because the kid has no place to go. So he's just tagging along with him. And he's kind of annoying Kid Maroon, but at the same time, he's reminding Kid Maroon of how much of a child he truly is, which is the cool part about it. Kid Maroon didn't have any friends growing up. And so now he has this kid that's a partner. And so at this point, you start to follow Kid Maroon as he solves the crime of who burned down the uh, the orphanage. At the same time, you follow the Kid Maroon in this orphan kid that he saved, and making Kid Maroon realize how much of it is to really be a kid again. And it's really cool, man. It's a dope story, man. You gotta check it out. If you get a chance, check it out. I highly recommend Kid Maroon. It's a great comic book, man. Quick and easy too. The artwork is amazing. The storyline is really easy, quick, simple. It's not a heavy read. You meet a lot of cool characters in there as well. You gotta check it out if you get a chance, man. Kid Maroon, I highly recommend it. Next, after that, man, this is something that blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie to you in a good way. You know what I'm saying, right? Right? Blew my mind. We're talking about issue number 1 of Skateman. Now listen, Skateman, man. I looked online about Skateman. I read a lot about Skateman because I was wondering why isn't there more of this comic book? That's crazy that it's only 1 issue of this comic book. And Skateman literally is what it is. It's not trying to avoid it. It's not trying to be it. It's exactly what it is. The only thing is that Skateman is only like 11 or 12 pages of this comic book. The other pages are filled with 2 other stories that, I'll be honest with you, I didn't read. Usually when it comes to stories, multiple stories in a book, I tend to only read the one that is on the cover of the book. I don't know why I'm like that. When it comes to like a comic book that has like 5 stories in there, come on. Like I'm not about to do all that. Some comic books I give a pass to, but for the most part, I'm only reading whatever's on the cover. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Skateman was the one on the cover, of course. It's about this dude that is he was a Vietnam vet, and I'm not gonna spoil everything. It's like I said, it's 11 pages. You get a chance to check it out, it's worth it. It's about this dude that was a Vietnam vet, and eventually, blah 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 blah. His friend dies. His best friend dies, and he finds out that this biker gang like kind of set up his friend to die. I don't know how that. I personally don't know how that worked like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, but with 11 pages, I let it slide. You know what I'm saying? Um, and eventually, he just ended up kicking ass in skates. He ends up being like a roller derby champ type of dude, and he just go around kicking ass in skates, man. And that's not an easy feat. Let's be real, pun intended. To fight in skates, come on, you know how heavy the skates are. Come on, son. So he's kicking ass in skates around town. He got a sidekick that's also cool. People deem this book as bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. With 11 to 12 pages, there's only so much you can do when it comes to backstory and filling in the story. I have really a great time with Skateman. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. I think it's just super cool if you're not looking for something that's too crazy in depth with something, or something that's not really forced as far as like it being just a good time. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of potential in Skateman. I'm sad that it's only one issue of Skateman, but if you get a chance to check it out, it's most likely, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's probably in a dollar bin. It's a good time. Get a chance to read Skateman. I don't know the other two stories in there. Shout out to Neil Adams for writing them. I don't know the other two stories in there. This whole comic book was done by Neil Adams himself. He did a bunch of other stuff, but Skateman was the one that I liked a lot. It's kind of cool. I wish there was more of it. So if you get a chance to read it, check it out, man. Next comic book coming back after that, man. Listen, we talking about Space Ghost #7. Space Ghost #7. Volume 2, #7, by the way. Volume 2, #7. Um, I don't really know how to feel about this comic book, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I If you've been in my channel before, I champion Space Ghost. I love what they're doing with Space Ghost. I think they're doing a fantastic job with Space Ghost. Shout out to them, to Dynamite for putting this duo together, doing great with Space Ghost. My thing is, I miss the old villains. That's what I've realized. I know Antimatter Man was a villain of Space Ghost back in the day. I get that, but I missed the Zorak and I missed the Brack. I missed those characters because how they did them in the first volume. They look amazing in that first volume, and I thought it was cool how they looked. The Moltar, I like how he looked. I thought he was cool. So to get rid of those characters off of, in just one issue, it kind of just not one issue, but one run. You got a ton of characters to just kind of like disband in one run. I hope they come back, because I think it'd just be super cool for Space Ghost to have to really see them again and fight them again. I think those characters and those moments really were dominant in those books. You know what I mean? Because the villains really makes the hero in a way. You know what I mean? Now, no disrespect to issue #7 so much. Antimatter Man is cool, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm be real. I'm not as excited as I was for the past villains. I'm not gonna lie to you on that one. Okay, but I hope they come back, and I hope that Antimatter Man is not so much of a prominent villain as much as he is in the series. Of course, from past time, but who knows? We're gonna see. But Space Ghost #7, I still like it. I still enjoy it. It's gonna stay on my pull list to the very end. Shout out to Space Ghost, man. Shout out, man. I'm having a good time, man. This is one of the newer of the superhero books that have been coming out that I have nothing but good things to say about it. You know what I mean? I say like #7 is the only issue where I was just like, okay, I want the old villains back, man. They just look so cool. You know what I'm saying? Next after that, man, we talking about a comic book series that me and my wife are reading together. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, buddy? We talking about You'll Do Bad Things. Listen, You Do Bad Things is cool. Okay, let me say this. It's a good book. Okay, it's a good series. I think it's a issue. I think it's 6 issues of that. I had a good time reading it until about issue 5 when I kind of realized what was going on. And then I was just like, that's it though? Like that's it. That's what it was. Come on, it's one of those things. It's kind of it was a letdown, but the lead up to it was great. I loved what was going on when the pacing of you trying to figure out what was going on was cool. That journey was cool, and I was hoping for a bigger payoff than what it was. And then I realized what it was, and I was kind of like, all right, I wish it was something different. You know what I'm saying? Not mad at it though. It's still like a cool issue. Granted, I'm glad that I did buy. I got it up there. I did buy it graded, which was cool. But I was just hoping for something different, man. I hoped it end differently. You know what I mean? You do bad things, and we're taking everyone down with us. Came out just about the same time, and I think it's the same team. And love the books. You do if you like. We'll take everyone down with us. You probably would like you to do bad things. Um, I'm not gonna necessarily say 100% sure. We're taking everybody down with us is a heavier read than you do bad things, and you do bad things is quicker for sure. Like as far as pacing goes and action goes, because it's like each book is a different murder or a tip about a murder that you need to know in the book. And it introduces some characters in there. It's pretty cool. If you get a chance to check it out, I highly do recommend checking it out. But yeah, like I said, man, it let me down as a horror fan. Like this is what it was. All right, that's fine. All right, cool. I'm not too mad at it, but it could have been something different. You know what I'm saying? Following that, man, I'm talking about a comic book that I for a long time I don't think anybody really knew it existed. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy to me because nobody talked about it. But we talking about Carnival of Souls. Carnival of Souls, man. It's a dude. If you haven't read well, first of all, if you haven't seen the movie Carnival of Souls, this is a movie that came out a long time ago. Black and white film, amazing movie. I think it's like 60s. I could be wrong in that off the top of my head, but it's a great movie, man. If you haven't watched Carnival of Souls, I highly recommend it. It's a cool movie, man. Um, and they did a comic book adaptation of the movie. It's exactly the movie. It's not anything different. I know I talked about movie adaptations before on this film. Well, I mean on this channel where the film is one perspective and the comic book is a different perspective, and it does add a little bit more to the story or take away a little bit from the story on either side. From specific, it is directly the movie, and I think it's cool. The artwork is completely different than the movie though. The artwork doesn't look anything like the movie. I think the movie is a lot creepier because it's just how I guess cameras work and all that good shit. You know what I mean? Like the depiction of the villains and or the I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but you gotta check it out. Okay, you gotta check it. If you haven't watched the movie, check it out. If you got the comic book and you haven't read it, I do recommend it. Okay, I do. I will say this: Carnival Souls we is definitely going to be cool if you read the comic book first and then watch the movie. Even though they're the same, read the comic book first, then watch the movie and see because you get to understand what the comic book was trying to achieve, and I think that makes you like it more. Granted, I watched the movie before the comic book, so I see what they were trying to do with the comic book, but you can only do so much. So I get it. You know what I mean? But lady, a lady wanders into a carnival, a haunted carnival. All right, you got to check it out. I'm gonna leave it simple as that. She wanders into a haunted carnival, and it just goes from there. Check it out, Carnival Souls. Like I said, if you haven't watched the movie, read the comic book. If you have, because it's gonna make you want to watch the movie. I'm telling you now. If you haven't read the comic book, if you haven't watched the movie, read the comic book. If you haven't, if you know what I'm trying to say. You get what I'm trying to say. I think. The next series after that, man, we're talking about the one and only Street Sharks, man. We talk about Street Sharks. I read issue 1 through 3 of Street Sharks. I'm having a great time with Street Sharks. I think Street Sharks is just fun. There's nothing really else to it, man. If you love Street Sharks as a kid, if you love the cartoon, you like the Street Sharks comic books from back in the day, I feel like this is gonna be right up your alley as far as what you enjoy. The villain, Dr. Paradigm, is back and he's trying to just take over the city, of course, as usual. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to just why is he just still in the same city? That's my thing. If you know the street sharks are here, why are you still here, bro? The street sharks go to Arizona. Street sharks aren't gonna show up in Arizona. You know what I mean? He's staying in Manhattan. You got all this money to build all these science experiments, but you ain't got enough money to just move. Just move somewhere where they can't get to you. Street sharks aren't gonna be in Arizona or New Mexico. It's too dry to be there. Just move. Nah, I gotta stay in New York. If the science experiments don't pop off in New York, they ain't popping nowhere. That's what his mentality is. I don't get it. Just move, dog. Dr. Parrot, just move, man. That's all you gotta do, bro. I'm just saying. Either way, you're gonna get your ass kicked by the street sharks. But I haven't read issue 4 yet. I do have issue 4. I haven't read it yet, but it seems like the doc might have something up his sleeve for the street sharks. I don't know. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of spoiled myself. Spoiler alert. I saw another shark on the cover of issue number 5. Or the issue number 4. I think it's issue number 5. Issue number 5, I see another shark. A black shark. I don't know his name. I'm interested. I'm in. You know what I mean? So shout out to Street Sharks, man. IDW is doing that book, man. Shout out to y'all. This is gonna be cool. I had a great week reading these comic books, man. I think it's gonna be cool, man, to keep reading. I'm looking forward to issue number 4 of Street Sharks just as much as I'm looking for the next issue of Space Ghost, and just hopefully just some more comic books that's gonna be coming out soon, man. Those are my weekly reads. So now let's get to this mini haul, which I'm gonna show y'all right after this.
A new anthology concocted from the deep love for all things horror. Horror media, horror comic books, documentaries, music, nightmares, and real life have finally boiled over, spilling onto paper. Welcome to a new world of fear. From the mind of Thomas Nichols, welcome to T-Horror.
I do got some books that I want to show y'all, man. We got some single issues, some graphic novels. Then the final book, I will show y'all the new graded book that I got that will be going on my wall up top. I will be showing y'all that. All right, so let's get to it. First up here, I'm talking about Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Captain Planet. That was me doing it. Captain Planet right here. Number 1. This is the classic run right here. This is issue number 1. I forgot what year this came out of. This is the Marvel comic book, of course, adaptation from the comic book, the cartoon series. The cartoon series. I'm looking forward to checking that out, man. I've been looking for Captain Planet for a while. I did collect the new run, but I haven't read the new run. You know what I'm saying? Following that, we got a book that took me 3 years to find. This book is hard to get, man. This ain't an easy one. This is another horror movie comic book. Some of my favorite comic books to get. This is from Rough Cut Comics. We're talking about Society Party Animal. This comic book here, man, super dope, man. I'm looking forward to really checking this out. And I hope that it's something that I like just as much. This is supposed to be the sequel. It's supposed to be the sequel to the first movie. So I'm hoping that it is just that. This issue number 1, it's probably gonna be almost impossible for me to find issue number 2, but issue number 1, okay, I'm down for it. I got to at least check it out. You know what I'm saying? Following that, another comic book that's rare and hard to find, yet I'm a big fan of this, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all probably see this comic book on my page again. We're talking about Dead Island. Dead Island, the promo issue number 1. This is I didn't even know this even existed, and I paid a lot for this book. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This is hard to find. This is nothing that you just go find in a dollar bin, nothing like that. It's literally 5 pages in this book. That's it. This is a comic book that's only 5 pages. It's a prequel to the first Dead Island video game. If you have not played it, you got to check it out if you get a chance. Dead Island is one of my favorite games of all time. I'll probably beat that game at least 5 or 6 times, easy. So Dead Island, if you get a chance, check it out, man. Deep Silver. Check out Dead Island, the video game. All good, always fun. Following that, I got 2 graphic novels here, and we're talking about volume 2 of what is Space Riders. Space Riders. This is a Black Mask comic. Space Rider. I love this cover, dude. This cover is so dope. This is volume 2 of that, and then I got volume 1 of Space Riders. Volume 1 of Space Riders. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I ordered issue number 2 from what was it called? Half Price Books, and they didn't really deliver it the best. It was no bag and board on it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the delivery service, so just a heads up: if you're getting books from um if you're getting books from Half Price Books, just understand that it's not gonna probably come in the best condition. I hated that it showed up like that, but I did get it, and I was able to get issue number 1 as well. Space Riders. Man, I'm curious what this is about. The artwork in this book is amazing. I love it. It matches the cover. That's what's cool about it. So that cover art is going to be exactly the same on the interior art, and I'm excited about that. And then my final issue right here. This is gonna be cool, man. I'm looking forward to showing this, man. I'm excited, dude. I love this book a lot. I don't have issue 3. I can tell that this is gonna be a hit. I'm loving this book a lot. And I was like, I found it graded. I got this graded at a 9.8. It's one of my favorite books that came out last year. And we're talking about Deluge number 1, 9.8. Can I put this over here? Is that better? Right there. Boom. I just put a picture there. Deluge number 1 got a 9.8 on that. I love the graded books, man. I think these are cool. Ignition Press did this book. The first issue is really good of this comic book. And so I had a great time with it. And it's something that I feel like it's going to be in my head to remember for sure, which is why I got it graded at issue number 1, 9.8. Otherwise, if it was something that was going to be forgettable, then I probably wouldn't have got it graded. But this series is going to be something that's memorable for sure. At least I truly believe so. Just like as much as I'm going to probably remember You Do Bad Things, and we're taking everyone down with us. For the most part, every book that I get graded is going to be something that I just remember. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it in some form or fashion. So I'm not going to sit here and downplay any of those books that I got graded. But Deluge right here, number 1. I'm excited to put this on the wall. This is going to be super cool, man. And other than that, man, thank y'all, man. Just thank y'all for checking out the channel, man. Kicking it with me. Those are my mini haul, my weekly reads right there. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed it. Been having a good time, man. Just hanging out, reading comic books has been something that I just really enjoy. I'm going to create some more content for y'all, man. I'm just looking for something that's different. I got a lot more different stuff that I'm going to be creating. I just hope y'all enjoy it. Other than that, man, thank y'all, man. Read more comic books. I hope that y'all have a good time reading those comic books. Let me know what you think about the comics that I got in the comments below. If you read any, if you got some new ones to recommend me, please let me know, man. I like them all. I like them all. Definitely if they indie. I love indie comic books. Other than that, man, look, y'all have a good day. I'm out, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.